MG Show. What real independent journalism looks like.
Smash that like for the MG Show. Subscribe now. Ring that bell. Let's go. Smash that like for the MG Show. Yeah. Let's
go. What you know you can't explain. But you feel it. You felt it your entire life. That there's something wrong. You don't know what it is, but it's there. Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. Experience the awakening. Brilliant anonymous researchers. Patriots, join us in the Patriot Army. Trust the plan, pain coming. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. RedStateTalkRadio.com, Brighteon.tv, Rumble.com/MG Show. The end won't be for everyone. That choice to know will be yours. Where we go one, we go all. Fight, 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 and fight we will. We fight every day right here on the MG Show. Yeah. Welcome to the MG Show, where Q is being posted kind of by the White House, Shady Grove. What timeline are we on?
We are on the greatest timeline.
Yeah. Wow. And,
yeah,
you know, we got the anniversary of the Q Lounge Live yesterday. The White House posts a Q post from our website that we helped design. And says,
yeah, great.
Make America great again. But everybody's saying that it's mocking Q because people that follow Q, and I'm going to make this very clear, people that follow and followed Q are Trump's biggest supporters. Why, Bigger Truth, InfoWars, et al., do you attack them? We are the biggest supporters of Donald J. Trump, period.
Man, that's a great question. I'd like for somebody to be able to square that circle, if you could, to answer the question. 17 in the chat right now, everybody. If you understand what's going on, clear as day, and look at the noise. Look at everybody that came to tell you exactly what it is that we already heard them say a million times, whether it be InfoWars, whether it be Flynn, whether it be Scott McMahon, all of these people that have made direct judgments about you and your ability and your discernment. They're taking a group of people that are literally the best human beings ever created on planet Earth at discernment and discounting our discernment and acting like we're somehow like behind the eight ball and they've got the super secret sauce. Well, let me tell you something. The super secret sauce comes from one man. It comes from Donald Trump. Donald Trump initiated Q, and Donald Trump is currently trolling them. All of the people that have attacked us are the ones that are being trolled by Donald Trump right now. Not us. They are not trolling us. They are trolling you, you miserable commie freaks.
I even got a message from Donnie O'Sullivan, trust the plan last night, Shady Grove. And I said, funny how everything's all coming together in this term, isn't it? And you know, Donnie, Shady had a great idea. Why don't you have us on Anderson Vanderbilt Cooper I promise not to call him Vanderbilt to his face if that's what it takes. And we'll do a weekly Q show for you guys to show you what we see. What about that? How about that?
I think that is a wonderful idea. What do you guys think? Do you guys like that idea? A little Q segment so that the normies out there could get a little taste of what's really going on. Because effectively, Jeff, you know what's currently happening? Believe it or not, I know you're not going to believe me. I think that maybe some of the audience might believe me, but there's some normal Democrats in America. There's some people in America that actually love their country and would fight for their country and stand up for their country that don't understand what's going on with DEI and the border not being enforced and all of this other crazy stuff. They have no clue what's going on. But you know what they do understand? They do understand some common sense. And let me tell you something, bro. Whenever you have the majority of the popular Democrat Party out there protesting in favor of algae, you, my friends, are on the best timeline and are winning.
Yeah. And it's funny. Scott 2 hours ago said, it's not easy to leave a cult, especially when it becomes part of your identity, but stepping out of that bondage is something you'll never regret. You were literally in a cult, Scott. Okay. Thinking for yourself, free thinking is not a cult. All right. And hi, Scott's mom. We love you. We don't have any, anything against you. We love you very much.
Your son's calling you a Q-tard.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was funny. He made a post for mental health concerns. Can you disprove and say that Q is a foreign disinfo op? And he tagged like Chris Lasivita and others. We have learned the term projection, Scott. You are mental over Q. We are Trump supporters. What part of that don't you understand?
Wait a minute. But see, you're taking that wrong. He's asking in the first person.
Answer the question.
Yeah, because we've learned that term. What was it called, JD?
Projection. Yeah, you see, because he's mental. Yeah. We are making him mental. Think about it. Read the way that he worded that again.
Here it is.
Okay. Yeah.
From a public mental health. Wait, let me read it correctly. Let me read it correctly.
This is from me, Scott, at Bigger Truth. From a public mental health perspective, I'm going nuts over this Q stuff. It would be extraordinarily beneficial for @real Donald Trump to break it to QAnons plainly that Q was a foreign influence operation at Dan Scavino, at Chris Lasivita. Yeah.
Ain't got a brain to rub
I'm
against.
mental. I'm freaking mental over this. They love Trump. I can't figure it out. I'm trying to divide and conquer them.
Another one sent in to take our audience, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that exactly what these people have been? Isn't that what all these people have been? Each different one of them, someone that comes in to try to manipulate our audience and to tell you that what you know to be true isn't true. It's not cult-like behavior to believe and understand what it is you know to be true. It's very interesting that all of that activity yesterday happened on the 8-year anniversary of the first Q Lounge broadcast, which became the flagship station for this show, that became the most censored broadcast on the internet. Very interesting. Why did they, if Q was Epstein and Bannon, Scott, then why did they censor us? Why didn't they amplify us? Yeah. That doesn't make any sense. If Q was Epstein and Bannon, why did all the Epstein and Bannon people come out to pretend like they were assimilating with Q? Why did all of the Bannon and Flynn people do the exact same thing? You see, ladies and gentlemen, what we have here is we have a crossroads that we are currently at. It's called a Rubicon. We've currently now crossed over into, quote unquote, the singularity, if you will, on all of this, understanding that Donald Trump was behind the Q operation. Donald Trump initiated it. What Donald Trump did was that he copied their little architecture, which was their back channel process of getting media leaks and getting information out to the media that nobody else had, and made his own and used it to beat the crap out of these people. And yesterday, he put it right in their faces, literally going to, Jeff, somebody went to Q Ag, took a picture of a Q post, erased the context of the Q post, and then put in text that matched the text of the Q drops, which is the site that Jeff and Shady built. We built that site. The two of us. The guy that put it together and actually did the technical stuff was the guy who knew how to do the technical stuff. He didn't even know where to find the Q drops on the boards. He didn't even know where the boards were. We're the ones that decided to scrape the boards every 17 seconds for those drops. We're the ones that decided to put the alarm in whenever the Q made a drop. We're the ones that organized
Search
the
terms,
whole the search terms. Correct. We sat there for how many hours, Jeff, and organized the way that you were going to search this site, because you can't search this way and you can't just search this way and you can't search by numbers. You can't just search by deltas, timestamps. You have to be able to search the whole site. We developed every piece of that. So Q went to that site, took one of those posts. He could have went to Q alerts. The White House could have went to Q alerts, could have went to a number of other QAnon.pub and taken a screenshot, but didn't. Went to QAG. Yeah. Very interesting. But that's trolling us.
Let me just go through that, Shady Groove, because this is a updated pesky Q proof, because this post dropped at 14:25 p.m. and we're going to get into that too. Here's the post that we're talking about. This is the White House. Always trust. Okay. The White House quantum drop plus MG show Q aggregator connection. Okay. Obviously they say always trust, straight from the White House account yesterday. This is the 47 graphic on the quantum leadership. Look at that, guys. Look at the graphic here. You see all this? This is how you grab a screen grab. This is all designed by us. Okay. That Q drop, number 47, because that's what they show there, ends with Alice in Wonderland and a full set of questions on false flags, military ops, ISIS creation ties, Obama, blocking destruction of ISIS, POTUS rapid progress, and painting the picture from questions alone. Right there. There it is. You can paint the picture based solely on the questions asked. Be vigilant today and expect a major false flag. Does anyone find it to be a coincidence that there's always a terrorist attack when bad news breaks for the Democrats? What is that called? Military irrelevant. How? Barack Obama could not and would not allow the military to destroy ISIS. Why? How was ISIS formed? When? How has POTUS made such progress in short period of time he's been president? Alice in Wonderland. Q. And then this is a picture of our site back then in 2018, April 2018. I took this capture. This is the preliminary QAG. This was inthematrix.com/Q posts. Okay. Then I want to go to this one right here, Shady Groove, because this is check out our new Q post site. Shady, remember this?
Yep.
There it is. This was December 27, 2018. These are what our posts look like at that time as we were developing for QAG on our site.
And if you back up that picture you just showed of this one, so you see this picture right here. This picture right here we had up as the kind of part of the site at one point, and then Bill Maher comes out and sits out there on his dumb little show, puts on a hoodie, and acts like he's Q, literally making this meme, and then Q posted it.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's another little story that comes from that that reminded me of that graphic yesterday.
So let's layer these proofs because they're stacking, Shady. The date and timing, exact calendar echo from Q47 to today's White House post. Boom. It syncs to drop 47, 47th president. White House graphic opens with 47, Q post 47. The quantum America first. This is huge, guys. I think this is bigger than we can really imagine right now with this quantum stuff. But they're declaring U.S. quantum leadership under Trump. And we're going to talk about we're going to watch the signatures over there too as well. Always trust plus the eyes, pure Q comms, guys. And it ties to Alice in Wonderland, seeing through the looking glass, false flags, and the illusion, guys. That's what the eyes could be. But the Q aggregator tools and platforms that the White House drew from in that style and timing were developed with help from the researchers and patriots in the MG show orbit, a.k.a. Shady and Jeff. We knew the QAG guy. He left us when we went to talk about the bloodlines at the Ramtha School of Enlightenment, and we split up, but we developed the site, including our work decoding drops, proofs, and building the infrastructure, truth seekers, and that the official channels rely on today. QAG is the most popular. This isn't random. This is a network delivering in real-time validation, guys. I think this is very, very... this validates us, Shady Groove, in my opinion. It doesn't mock us, because look at what we're showing. I've got another Q proof today from Mike Benz, Shady.
That's going to open up another front door that was pointed to by Q. At no point was Q telling you what was or wasn't true. What Q was doing was asking you questions for you to decide what is or isn't true. That's why these people, they want so badly to convince you that it's like some sort of cult-like behavior.
Yeah.
A cult doesn't ask you questions and let you figure it out. A cult tells you what to think, and you don't. And if you think something other than what the cult says to think, then you're thrown out of the cult. Okay.
So you're telling me that Scott is acting like a cult.
Well, all of these people that are part of the Democrats attacking Trump and Q are a cult. Yes.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yes.
Now, Lincoln Logger also brought this up, and I forgot to do this, and this is a great call. Again, here's the post, Always Trust, with a Q post from the White House. I mean, let's just take a minute, Shady Groove. I mean,
let's do. I mean, do we have like a victory lap? What was the take a lap? This is a different take a lap.
Take a lap, guys. All right.
So McMahon needs to take a lap.
Yeah, the timestamp is 2:25, and at 14:25 it says, "Given we have now undeniably, on purpose, verified ourselves to be an inside source, expect the MSM clown army to attack in full cooperation with foreign and domestic assets. Be prepared. Trust the plan. Conspiracy no more. We are in full control. Pain. Q."
Don't leave that post. Stay right there. Stay right there, and and
it says new Q again. Look at that.
That's exactly what I'm pointing to. I want you guys to see this. Make sure you understand this, to recognize, to share with people, to make a clip, whatever you need to do to show people that this is the way Q taught us to communicate. Q makes a drop. It matches a timestamp. You go look at the timestamp. What timestamp does it match? This is the matching timestamp. So the message that Q was giving to you just now with that post yesterday on June 22nd was, read it again, please.
Okay. Oops. I'm sorry. Hello. Given we have now undeniably, on purpose, verified ourselves to be an inside source, expect the MSM clown army to attack in full cooperation with foreign and domestic assets. InfoWars. Be prepared. Trust the plan. Conspiracy no more. We are in full control. Pain.
Guys, what are you saying? So now square the circle in your mind with use your discernment, use your non-cult like discernment. How do you square that circle that this is not telling you what it's telling you? What is the alternate message here? How can you say that what happened yesterday is mocking Q people? That is a very disingenuous argument, isn't it? Whenever you break it down and you understand how it connects, it can only be made by people that don't understand what Q is, like Scott McMahon. You don't understand the gravity of what it is we're doing, and you want to connect it to a cult. You've taken, you try to take the Q drops into AI and get the AI to read it for you. You don't ask a single curious question about what it really is or what any of these drops mean from people that are telling you that obviously have the largest platform to talk about it. You don't care about the truth. These people do not care about the truth. You unfortunately do. That is your burden to carry.
And the word trust was used both in the White House post and the Q drop. Q
Correct.
post 47. Now, Lincoln Logger, thank you for this as well. Amazing how things make sense once you are asked a question. That's the entire point of this operation. It's up to you all to collect, archive safely, and distribute in graphic that is in order with the crumb dumbs. It will make sense. It will all make sense. Once it does, we look to you to spread and get the word out. Timestamps will help you validate authenticity. Your president needs your help. He wants full transparency for the great people of this country. Everything stated is for a reason. God bless. Patriots. Q. Again, so we have Perkins' Perspective asking where this was posted. It was posted on all platforms, but we are looking at the one that's on X or Twitter, okay? Because those are the timestamps that we look at. But look at that, guys. Look at that. The White House... And again, if you go to QAG, let's just go to QAG real quick, Shady. Because everybody's trying to say that it was Q alerts. It's not Q alerts. Look at this. See this?
QAG.
See this? See this? Okay, you guys see it. Do you see it, Shady?
I see it clear as day, sir.
Wow.
But boy, the people,
it's Q alerts. No, it's not. It's QAG.news.
the people that
And if you want one that it's nothing can stop what is coming.news, we'll actually post onto X. Shady.
the people that want to distract you. Why look at the way they all rush in to distract you and to try to tell you something. Why is the conversation backwards? Why is the conversation all of these people telling us instead of these people listening to us tell them? Isn't this interesting? We were all the ones that were censored. None of you people that are out there screaming and crying about any of this stuff were censored from anything. Yeah. But you're out there coming in here to tell us we were censored for no reason. We weren't censored. So you're saying that we were censored for some other reason other than talking about Q. My Truth for Freedom YouTube channel is back online, and every single Q Lounge live that I produced on that channel was dark. They took every single episode. Whenever In the Matrix came back, a bunch of the Q Lounge lives are still there. So you're talking about like, why do they have to censor? I at no point made any derogatory remarks about anyone's race. I at no point attacked Jewish people. I had no point targeted anyone. I had no point said for somebody to go hurt someone. And there was absolutely nothing even close to any violence in anything that I ever spoke. Not one time, not ever. But look at this. It isn't violence they're afraid of. It isn't hate that they're afraid of. It is the truth and unification. The truth and unification is what they attack.
So you make a great. I don't think anybody during yesterday, we're going to watch the executive order signing. It's very good. But nobody from the news asked why the White House is posting Q.
Nope.
The picture will be the signifier. Mm-hmm. That's a picture, Shady.
It is a good picture too. Nobody wants to touch it, do they?
No.
But they want to rush right in to tell us that it's that we are being mocked somehow.
Yeah. And it was on an 8-year delta. And not only an 8-year delta for Q, an 8-year delta for the Q Lounge Live. Think about
and we announced a month ago. Was it Lincoln that made the comment earlier? Yeah. That was a great comment. We announced this a month ago that we were coming back. And by the way, I'd like to say, Jeff, that it has a lot to do with the emails and the things that you guys shared with us about who you were and what you thought about what we were doing here. It was unbelievable to read that and to understand the connections that you guys had. It really reconnected me with the idea of, what it is and why are they able? And I'm thinking, maybe I should change the name of it so that it can be more accepted by people. And then I just finally came to the cathartic conclusion that no, bunch of these people, I'm tired of being told that we can't talk. How many people came to us, Jeff, trying to say, you guys could do really good if you just stop talking about the Q thing over and over and over. We refused them and we said no. And to this day, we said no, and we're going to continue to say no. And now we're getting ready to rub it in their faces.
Yeah. In fact, I couldn't say no, for a very simple reason that Media Matters kept calling me a QAnon influencer, booga, booga, booga. So I was, marked, okay? And there's no way I could not. And plus, Shady, to your point, I researched the Q drops myself. You researched the Q drops yourself. We came together and went over our research and was like, oh my God, dude. That's what the Anons do. Pastor Shadley says, those who try to drive you are not your friend. All these people will run away from any attempt to have a big boy conversation. Test and see it for yourself. Shady Grove, this is interesting. Here it is. So this is a important moment in time. The picture will be the signifier. The signifier will be force the Q. The Q will be answered. Where we go one, we go all. I'm going to take out the sound, but this is from Lance. I'll get that. But look at this. 1587, 6/22, 2018, Q&A reschedule. Forthcoming Q. It's an 8-year delta. And the White House said White House will be Q posting today, okay? Very interesting. There's the post right there, okay? Always trust. Make America great again. And you can paint the picture based solely on the questions asked. There's Q post 47. We went over that. This is the one from today, Shady Grove. Oh, no, this was yesterday.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying the show? Refill your popcorn. You'll love this next part. We went over all the popcorn drops. You asked for it. We got it. Talks about enjoying the show. Enjoy the show. You'll love this next part. Goes into this right here. Let me just keep going. Stay with me, deplorables. You'll love how this movie ends. Q plus. Okay? I mean, stay the course, guys. We love that meme, by the way, Shady. And by the way, back channels are important. Attacks will only intensify. You attack those who threaten you the most. Enjoy the show. Did they say enjoy the show in the Quantum post? Yes, they did. Until you wake up, we will fight for you on the MG show. This is a very well done video. I'll share it in the chat. This is Lance Epic Quest. Very good. I'm proud, Shady.
I'm proud too, sir.
So
I'm
did the
proud.
MSM ask Trump why the White House is posting Q posts yet?
I don't know. Maybe we have to go find out.
Oh, I'll just spoiler alert.
I was testing you there.
So then I'd like one today. Where we go one, we go quantum. Timestamp 9:18 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. Where we go one, we go quantum from the Department of War CTO, who has been posting Q phrases for months now. Okay. Quantum dominance. 9:18. I swear Trump is killing me here. He keeps putting out clues that he's already talked to Kim. You are learning. How many coincidences before it becomes mathematically impossible? Wait until you learn who has been talking to you here. Q. That's the timestamp to where we go one, we go quantum.
We're giving them the opportunity to ask the question, sir.
Yeah. Instead of reeing on X, crying to Dan Scavino, who's part of the Q team, Scott. Okay. And Chris Lasivita, I can't ever say his name correctly, asking for your mental health concerns. I am concerned for you, Scott. Maybe you ought to wear a hat that sun might be baking your noodle. What?
There is no spoon.
Oh, yeah. There is no spoon in the Matrix. And bake your noodle is a Q post, too.
Yes, it is. It absolutely. Well, so listen. What have we done? Let's take a minute, Jeff. Take a minute. Let's take a minute. It's been 8 years. This journey has been unbelievable. It's interesting to have witnessed what I've witnessed happen to us over the last 8 years. It's absolutely unbelievable. It's a metric upon which no other man has ever been able to sit and see happen. You want to talk about trailblazing? You want to talk about like having an experience that no other American has had? Well, that's what has happened to me. To be in a situation where I find all of you, to be in a situation where I find Jeff, to be in a situation where we find it together later. All of this stacked up behind one leads to another, leads to another. This is the perfect example of how they don't want your life to work. This is the perfect example of what it is that the machine is doing to try to stop you personally from achieving what it is that you were put here by God to do. And every single one of you were exactly that, put here by the grace of God to do something special. But your opportunity to do that has been eroded by nonsense, by BS, by clutter, by obstacles, by rules, regulations, red tape, every single thing. And then all of a sudden you start talking to yourself and you start telling yourself that you can't. And then once you start telling yourself that you can't, well, then you won't. And then once that you won't, well, you don't. And then once you don't, well, you never will. That is the road to disaster. That is the road that these black pillars are trying to get you on. That's what cynicism really does. So what did we do? We took all of the slings and arrows. We took all of the shots on the chin. We stood up for what was credibly, discernibly, easily provably true, and we spoke it throughout the whole time. You're not going to find on the episode of Q Lounge Live tonight, you're not going to find any discrepancies with what we said in the past and what we're saying in the future. Why? Because the truth is very, very easy. And the reason that they're mad at Jeff and Shannon is because Jeff and Shannon are helping people find the truth for themselves without Jeff and Shannon. They don't want people doing that. They don't want people being able to lead people out of the darkness so that they can trust themselves and find their own individual path to happiness. The Constitution does not give you happiness. It gives you the opportunity to find it. And all of these people that work against you are literally trying to stop you. That's 100% what's been going on here, and that's 100% what goes on in society.
So this is a message not only to Scott McMahon, Bigger Truth, to all of the people that, InfoWars, all of them. But this is textbook controlled opposition, okay? The White House didn't troll Q-tards with always trust, okay? They posted a literal Q-drop style terminal graphic dated 6/22/2026. Q is for quantum, and dropped always trust with the eyeball emoji. Trump has been posting the storm is coming, nothing can stop what is coming, and similar phrasing for years. The official account is just speaking the same language. This isn't trolling. It's deliberate signaling to be a part of the base that responds to it. They know exactly what they're doing. In addition, this is the same guy that said Bannon and Epstein were Q. All right. And this is what he said. And the White House is trolling Q-tards just like they did UFO-tards. I love it. And yes, America becoming the world's leader in quantum computing is essential. I agree with the second part, Scott. Okay. But not the first part, because you need help mentally. Love it. Shady Groove. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I think it's a win. I mean, we are Trump's biggest supporters. Why did people want to attack our supporters? Well, we know now why InfoWars was, because Q was right that he was backed by foreign and domestic monies, okay? He was controlled opposition, Mossad, alt media, regular media, affiliate 1, affiliate A, affiliate B, affiliate C, all marching to the same beat. So we know that that's been a Q proof, okay? Now everybody else is also being outed shady. It's easy to see. We are Trump's biggest supporters. You all are. We all are.
And that's the reason. So, okay. So effectively what you just did is you defined the need for Q. So now reverse engineer what you just said, and look at it the other way. What do you see? You see, like, the question, how do we get in touch with our most loyal supporters? Mm-hmm. How do we break through and share with them a little piece of what we know is going on so that they know that we know? Because right now it doesn't look like, from the way that the media paints us as the Trump administration version 1.0, we have no way to communicate to people that we know. We can't go out on TV and say these things. You can't go point to the Asia Foundation with my Twitter account. I need a way that I can point to these things and the people will pay attention to it, but we have to establish some credibility. How are we going to establish some credibility? What are we going to do? Oh, well, wait a minute. What we could do is we could anonymously start posting the boards to information with information that nobody else but us would have. Like, I don't know, pictures from inside Air Force One, pictures from over North Korea that can be clearly decoded to show that it's the Air Force One flying into North Korea that nobody knew about as he was eliminating the North Korea threat in version 1.1. And now in version 2.0, or version 1.0, and now version 2.0, he's eliminating the threat of Iran. Exactly like it said in the Q post. And someone asked this morning, how does these guys know so far ahead of time what was going to happen? Because we had a plan to initiate these things to happen, and we were betting that we would be successful. Simple as that. Game theory. Set it up the architecture, put it in motion, kick the snowball off of the hill, and it turns into a D5 avalanche without any more effort other than push the snowball, just like in the Roadrunner cartoons.
And I'm sure there was no Q proofs yesterday either, Shady.
Well, I thought we stacked them in already. You got more?
I got more.
Let's go.
All right. So this is a pesky Q proof, guys, right here. See this right here? This is from Mike Benz. This is the Asia Foundation plus NED funding handcuffs. Q drop 239 confirmed this. Mike Benz just dropped a direct hit on the latest bill, right there, clamping down on these NGOs, okay? And they're getting reined in hard, exactly as Q flagged years ago. Here's the Q drop, Shady Groove, 11/30/2017. Do you see how he mentions the Asia Foundation here, Shady?
I do.
The National Endowment, Asia Foundation, okay? Asia Foundation, okay? Q knew about the Asia Foundation, and we did a long time ago. And if you noticed, it has the CIA and Happy Hunting. Mm-hmm. So was this a clear breadcrumb pointing to the Asia Foundation as a CIA cutout, front line for influence ops, grants, and democracy promotion, in quotes? that often masks regime change, censorship, and narrative control? Wow, Shady.
When you see the Asia Foundation, what Q taught us is that you're seeing the SPLC.
Yep.
There's no difference. Whenever you see the Asia Foundation, you're seeing America's future. When you see the Asia Foundation, you're seeing all of these PACs, all of these different political
reasons. Yep.
That's exactly right. So this is okay. So now take this post for our Scott McMahon friend. So why would Q be posting about the Asia Foundation as Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah.
Why would Q be posting about the CIA's front company as the Asia Foundation from the CIA mouthpieces that are out there dictating what is and isn't effectively Mossad blackmail or whatever you want to call it? All of the different narratives that have been engineered to come against Q were known about. Q told you literally in the post that Jeff just read you with the timestamp, specifically a message to you from yesterday from the White House directly, that all of these people, foreign and domestic, are operating against you. And the foreigners are operating against you, utilizing these pass-throughs, these 501c4s that we've been talking about here, connected to Arabella Advisors, America's Future, and the Asia Foundation, and the SPLC, and all of this other fraudulent stuff. It's all happening the same way.
Yep. So let's just, Q called this in 2017. You see the post right here, Shady Group? Let's do it one more time. Fast forward to Trump's team and Congress. They're starving these beasts for cash, guys. Look at that. So that's essentially a Q proof. Wow.
But there's not a lot of decoding there.
No.
Why? Yeah, and that maybe that's the next point to make, is the reason that there's not a lot of decoding is because guess what? Someone came to the boards 8.5 years ago and they posted a post about the Asia Foundation, and a bunch of us took the information and we went and we dug up exactly what it was that the Asia Foundation was, and we kept the research so that whenever information about the Asia Foundation reached the news, which would effectively be at this moment Mike Benz's Twitter feed, well, that's news, then we would be able to explain to you how the Asia Foundation connects to General Flynn and how the Asia Foundation connects to Arabella Advisors and all of their money pass-throughs, whether it be Act Blue or the things that you code pink or the demand justice. Every single thing is operating the same. And right now you can see that there is penalties getting ready to be implemented for acting in this way and for moving money like this. And guess what, Jeff? All of the InfoWars foreign influence ops that Q just tagged yesterday in that post ran to microphones to tell me that Q was mocking me.
Yeah. I want to, we also have a Delta today that essentially is a Q proof, Shady. This is Q post 4503 on 6/23/2020, 6 years ago. Okay, this is a Black Lives Matter, okay? Summer, look at the donations that they got. Look at summer of 2020. Look at that. Wow. Okay, just before the election. Worth remembering. What happens when racists are running a supposed anti-racist organization? Who is that, Shady?
SPLC.
Who is that? Who is that? You said it right. The SPLC, guys. Hatred, violence, destruction, murder, division pushed every election year, 4 years. Why? Political advantage to one party over another? What if the Democrats never let go post-Civil War? What if they simply implemented a new form of control, ownership? Knowledge is power. Take ownership of yourself, your life. Okay? And Shady, I just want to tell you that this jacket is taking ownership of myself and my life. This is from I was 9 years old when I got this jacket, Shady.
Wow.
And I'm fitting into it today. Obviously, I was husky. They called me husky back then. I was an overweight kid, but I was, pretty athletic. But look at that. I'm fitting into a jacket that I got in 1977. And so take ownership for yourself. Take ownership for your health and your life. And that's what, and if Trump, RFK Jr., the Make America Healthy Again, this is all positive stuff. We are the Trump's biggest supporters, to where they inspired me, along with my partner in justice. You inspired me. Yeti inspired. Passant, you all inspired me. But look at this, Shady, where we are today. We're right. We've been right. That's why you attack those you are fearful of the most, Shady Groove.
Even better. even better than being right, we're better.
Yeah.
Even
We're
better than being right, you're better. That's what we're trying to do. This is what my message was whenever I started the Q Lounge. Try to be a better person tomorrow than you are today. Can we do that? Can America do that? If the
Be
American
someone
people
worth
could
saving.
if America, it's exactly the same thing. The same thing is like, if you want to thank a veteran, be an American worth fighting for.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to acknowledge your creator, be a better human.
It's finally here, our second annual mega sale. This sale only comes around once a year, so take advantage of the best offers ever while you can. For example, save 50% on our Giza Dream bed sheets, as low as $29.98. And for the first time ever on TV, My Pillow mattresses and My Pillow mattress toppers, as low as $99.98. And you save 50% on our Lux Pure 6-piece towel sets, regular $69.98. Now only $39.98. And our best-selling standard My Pillows, regular $49.98, on sale for $17.98. Wait on it, mega sale, only $14.98. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen.
I'm having issues
Use
over
this
here.
promo code to take advantage of our second annual mega sale. But wait, there's more. To make the mega sale even more special, when you order right now, your order's going to ship absolutely free.
No Scotland, no party, no internet connection when you're talking about cruel stuff, Shady Groove. Isn't that crazy?
Unity and truth.
Yeah.
That's what gets them. That really makes them mad.
Yeah. I can hear you, Jeff. Can you hear me now?
How about now?
How about that? All right, we're 100% on. Thank you. So again, we're talking about taking care of ourselves and be someone worth fighting for. And think for yourself, guys, because knowledge is power. Again, it's a delta today that essentially is a Q-proof. Take ownership of yourself, your life, Scott. Okay? Don't worry about us because we have knowledge and it's power. And by the way, what happens when a racists are running a supposed anti-racist organization, SPLC? Wow.
What happens whenever the silent majority figures it out and stops listening to them? That's the moment that we're in. And it doesn't happen in just a second, by the way. And so you don't need to be like rushing in to like be upset because the things aren't happening fast enough. You should be, for you, exactly. You should be recognizing that it took you a long time to wake up. You see, it took you a long time. You need to go back. You need to think about how long, go back to the moment where you were still thinking that everything was fine. Yeah. And then recognize how long it took you to get to the answers that you got to. That's the same thing that most other people are going to have to go through too. And as a matter of fact, the younger generations, that are going to TP USA and some of these different events, Jeff, they're having to navigate something we didn't have to navigate.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't have all these people screaming and yelling and protesting in universities, screaming that they hate Jewish people and that they want to, stand up for Palestinian people and all this nonsense that they're doing to like the young generation to try to make them figure it out, and then saying that Charlie Kirk was taken out by a foreign country as opposed to the guy that took him out, trying to get the guy off. Like, it's very hard to navigate for them, and I'm seeing them actually utilize some of the methods that Charlie used to navigate it, as far as being able to talk things out and figure it out.
So, Shady, we have a 8-year Delta tonight, 8-year Q Lounge Live is coming back. 8 years ago, White House posted Q, first time the Q Lounge Live. But I want to play this powerful patriotic message, okay? We did this on the Q posts, but this video perfectly captures the heart of President Trump and the MAGA agenda. Awakening from the mainstream media. Did we do that in control of narrative manipulation? Do we understand that? Do we reject division by race, gender, class, and politics? Championing free thought, Shady Groove? Truth, independent research, independent reasoning, protecting our children and restoring our republic, uniting as patriots to save America. This is all President Trump's platform. Let's play it for people that are new to Q, because I think this is very important, Shady.
Let's go.
You ready?
A person's value. 1. Vote. 2. Monetary value. Tax contribution.
Q Lounge Live
3.
tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Free thought ridiculed, challenged, and threatened when a person is opposed to the mainstream narrative? 2. Remains fixed, degree allowable by economic recession and expansion. 1. Remains a variable. 1. Dependent on a controlled system of information dissemination. What happens when 90% of the media is controlled and owned by 6 corporations? What happens when those same corporations are operated and controlled by a political ideology? What happens when the news is no longer free from bias? What happens when the news is no longer reliable and independent? What happens when the news is no longer trustworthy? What happens when the news simply becomes an extension arm of a political party? Fact becomes fiction. Fiction becomes fact. When does news become propaganda? Identity creation.
How does the average person who is under constant financial stress by design find time to research and discern fact versus fiction? Majority of people more prone to believe someone in power sitting behind a big brand news name. Do people, human psyche, tend to follow the majority mainstream viewpoint in fear of being isolated and or shunned? Mainstream is used for a reason. Dominate trend in opinion. If a majority of people believe X, then X must be validated true. Why do mainstream media heads within different organizations always use the same keywords and or catchphrases? Coordinated? By who? Outside entity providing instructions? Do they count on the fact that people, human psyche, are more prone to believe something if heard over and over again by different trusted sources? Do echo chamber tactics provide validation credibility to the topic, point being discussed? Threat to intellectual freedom? Would control over of these institutions, organizations, allow for mass control of population's viewpoint regarding a desired topic? Read again. Digest. Would control over of these institutions, organizations, allow for the mass control of population's viewpoint regarding a desired topic? Logical thinking. Why, after the election of 2016, did D's and media corporations jumpstart a coordinated and planned divisive blitz intended to create falsehoods regarding illegitimacy of election, character assassination of POTUS through sexism, racism, and every other ism? Pre-post 2016 election, why were violent masked terror orgs such as Antifa immediately created and funded? Why were these organizations tasked with immediate intimidation, shutdown of any pro-POTUS rallies and or events? Why were marches immediately organized to counter and silence pro-POTUS rally and or events? Why were marches immediately organized which divided people into sex, gender, race, ism? When you control the levers of news dissemination, you control the narrative. Control of the narrative equals power. When you are blind, what do you see?
They want you divided. Divided by religion, divided by sex, divided by political affiliation, divided by class. When you are divided and angry and controlled, you target those different from you, not those responsible controllers. Divided, you are weak. Divided, you pose no threat to their control. When non-dogmatic information becomes free and transparent, it becomes a threat to those who attempt to control the narrative and/or stable livestock kept, sheep. When you are awake, you stand on the outside of the stable, groupthink collective, and have free thought. Free thought is a philosophical viewpoint which holds that positions regarding truth should be formed on the basis of logic, reason, and empiricism, rather than authority, tradition, revelation, or dogma. This represents a clear and present danger to the constitutional republic of the United States of America. Q.
Decide for yourself. Be free from outside opinion. Decide for yourself. Be objective in your conclusions. Decide for yourself. Be true in your own beliefs. Decide for yourself. Be open to following the facts. Decide for yourself. Be strong in defending your beliefs. Decide for yourself. Be resistant to blindly accepting factless statements.
Those that attack you, those that mock you, those who call you, those who control you, those who label you, do they represent you, or do they represent themselves in some form? Mental enslavement.
The Great Awakening, freedom of thought, was designed and created not only as a back channel to the public, away from the long-standing mind control of the corrupt and heavily biased media, to endure future events through transparency and regeneration of individual thought, breaking the chains of groupthink, but more importantly, aid in the construction of a vehicle, a ship that provides the scattered free thinkers with a starter, new social networking platform which allows for freedom of thought, expression, patriotism, or national pride, feeling of love, devotion, and sense of attachment to a homeland and alliance with other citizens who share the same sentiment. When non-dogmatic information becomes free and transparent, it becomes a threat to those who attempt to control the narrative and/or the stable. When you are awake, you stand on the outside of the stable, groupthink collective, and have free thought. Free thought is a philosophical viewpoint which holds that position regarding truth should be formed on the basis of logic, reason, and empiricism, rather than authority, tradition, revelation, or dogma. When you are awake, you are able to clearly see. The choice is yours and yours alone. Trust and put faith in yourself. You are not alone and you are not in the minority. Difficult truths will soon see the light of day. Where we go one, we go all. Q.
The entire world is watching. Patriots from around the world are praying for America. We're all bound by a feeling deep inside, a feeling that cannot be publicly expressed for fear of ridicule, a feeling that challenges the mainstream narrative against that which we are told to accept and dare not question. Put simply, that people are being abused by those in power and time is running out. Remember the battles of Lexington and Concord. Give me liberty or give me death. For far too long, we have been silent and allowed our bands of strength that we once formed to defend liberty and freedom to deteriorate. We became divided, we became weak. We elected traitors to govern us. We allowed evil to prey on us. Those who claimed to represent us gave us false hope, made false promises. The evil and corruption only grew.
This is more than party politics. This is about restoring old glory, This is about saving our land and our people from those who wish to harm. This is about preserving our republic. This is about preserving our safety. This is about restoring our strength. This is about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. This is about protecting our children. This is about saving America.
We are all God's children. We are fathers. We are mothers. We are daughters. We are sons. We are brothers. We are sisters. We do not look at race. We do not look at skin color.
We are united in these states of America. We are and will always be patriots. We must rise again. We must unite again. We must fight again for God and country. God bless America. Where we go one, we go all.
And that is Donald Trump's platform. God bless you all. We'll be right back after these beautiful boom messages.
It's finally here, our second annual mega sale. This sale only comes around once a year, so take advantage of the best offers ever while you can. For example, save 50% on our Giza Dream bed sheets, as low as $29.98. And for the first time ever on TV, MyPillow mattresses and MyPillow mattress toppers, as low as $99.98. And you save 50% on our Lux Pure 6-piece towel sets, regular $69.98. Now only $39.98. And our best-selling standard My Pillows, regular $49.98, on sale for $17.98. Wait on it, mega sale, only $14.98. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use this promo code to take advantage of our second annual mega sale. But wait, there's more. To make the mega sale even more special, when you order right now, your order's going to ship absolutely free.
Hello to all of you beautiful patriots out there.
First of all, let me just thank you all for supporting this show. We wouldn't be here without you. But I have a huge announcement regarding donations.
It has come to our attention that using the Rumble app is taking an additional 30% of your donation to the show.
Let me explain. According to our TOS, Rumble takes 20% of all donations made through the web browser.
And that's a 20%. It's a good deal if you consider other platforms like YouTube and such.
There is a hidden cost that we just found out. For example, we received the generous $500 donation from Spill Tea, and thank you so much for that, from the Rumble app on Apple. So Rumble took 20%, and Apple took an additional 30%. We brought that to Rumble, and they said, well, Rumble's take of tips and donations is 20%. That's if the transaction is done through the web browser. If using the Android or iOS app, it's an additional 30% collected by those platforms.
So please use the web browser to make your donations to the show and avoid the hidden fees by Apple and Android.
That's right. You can also support us at GiveSendGo/HelpMGShow, mg.show/donate. We have PayPal and Cash App. Both are at RealMGShow or $RealMGShow. Please help us out. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, it's Jeffrey Peterson and Shannon Townsend with the MG Show. We are under relentless attack by the mainstream media. They've got our PayPal, our Patreon, our YouTube, our everything. You name it. We are under attack. We need your help.
Our request is for you to get involved and support independent patriot journalism here in this critical battle that we are in for America. Please jump on over and support us right here on Give, Send, Go.
The MG Show, where psyops go to die.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes, it's true. You heard correctly. This summer, the Q Lounge Live returns to the airwaves every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. on the East Coast, 6 p.m. on the West Coast. Hello, I'm your host, Shannon Townsend, a.k.a. Shady Groove. We've got a lot to talk about. We're going to be taking your calls. We are going to be following your wonderful president. We are going to be standing in the gap. We are going to go places where the conspiracy theorists tell you that you're not allowed to go. We are going to uncover the truth and follow along as Donald Trump has his way with all of these people that he stood up a long time ago and told us that he was going to. Well, it's happening, ladies and gentlemen. It's happening every single day, and we're going to keep you updated with a weekly show. Get ready, get your friends, show up. That's right, Tuesday night, 9 p.m. on the East Coast, 6 p.m. on the West Coast. Join me there, right here on the MG Show channel on Rumble. God bless you and God bless America.
Smash that like for the MG Show. Subscribe now. Ring that bell. Let's go. Smash that like for the MG Show. Yeah. Let's go.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, Getty is technically difficult.
Hillary Clinton. We were shouting through the darkness, through the static, through the spin. They called the truth a threat and tried to bury it again. Said Wuhan was a whisper, said the lab was just a lie. But we saw the smoke at sunrise, saw the storm behind the sky. They froze the shows and cut the money, tried to choke the living feed, tried to break a warning voice and starve the things the people need. But the map was on the table and the drops were still in line. Now the paperwork is breathing and the clock says it's time. You can't stop what's coming, you can only hide so long. When the proof starts hitting concrete, all your evil will be shown. It's time for the mask to hit the floor. It's time for the lies to work no more. It's time, we were right to hold the line. Future proofs past, bloodlines crash, and the whole damn world's on time. It's time. It's time. They said trust the polished experts, fall in step and come to heal. While the same hand shaped the panic, sold the wound and sealed the deal. Fauci talking, papers dropping, every breadcrumb starts to rhyme. What they mocked as crazy patriots now reads like a timeline. We got years of being punished for a truth we couldn't shake. Every ban and every shadow was a tax on what we'd say. Now the D-class rolls like thunder across a hard and bitter sky. And the ones who built the silence got no place left now to hide. You can only run the psyop till the script begins to tell. When the receipts come out in daylight, everybody sees who's there. It's time for the mask to hit the floor. It's time for the lies to work no more. It's time, we were right to hold the line. Future proofs past, bloodlines crash, and the whole damn world's on time. It's time. It's time. Signal, read it in the smoke and steel. News unlocked the hidden corners, made the buried story real. Call it Q-proof, call it pattern, call it truth that learned to wait. Now the wheel is finally turning and the hour's getting late. They took the channels, they took the checks. They tried to crush us, but we just flexed. But they couldn't kill the memory, couldn't kill the math, couldn't kill the line between, cause the news unlocks the math. Time. It's time. The quiet's loud. The storm's alive. We kept the watch, and now it's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's gonna be biblical. It's time. The great awakening. It's time. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tock, tock. It's time.
It's time, everybody. And you know what's interesting, Shady, is We posted that on the 19th, and on the 20th was a delta for It's Time. Let's just go, and I just kind of flexed in there a little bit because It's Time, right? Let's just post, let's go to Q post. There's 8 of them that say It's Time. This one, 2677 on 2/9/2019. Welcome back. We never left. It's time to return publicly. Did they return publicly, Shady Groove?
They did.
Oh, my God. Chairman Graham, it's time. Senate was the target. It's time to wake up. Okay. Highly sophisticated state level attacks versus 8kun, followed by fake news attacks versus Q the next day. Coordinated. Ask yourself a simple question. Why? It's time to wake up. Sometimes you can't tell the public the truth. You must show them. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. Del Bigtree. This one here. It's time to end the horror show. It's time to stand, lead by example. Enough have seen. Domino effect. Note who wears a mask and who does not. Mark Meadows, it's time. Okay. Wow. But the 620, 2020 right here, 620. Where is it? I thought it was 620. More. Let me see. It's time. I thought it was. It
might be without an apostrophe or something. Like you might have a.
Yeah. Let me check that. It's time. Drops 1. Yes. Okay. No. No, the straight. It's time. But wasn't it? What was the one on 620, Shady? Why am I forgetting it? Interesting.
I'm not sure why you forgot that.
I don't know.
I wish I could answer that question for you. I'd really like to plug in the answer there.
Yeah. Either way, Eddie Mike did the lyrics to that It's Time video. I see a couple of, it's got 60 likes right now, guys. There's the video. I'm dropping it in the chat right now. It's got 533 views and 12 comments. Thank you guys for supporting this. And our playlist for the MG Show music is on YouTube. Okay, guys? And we love you very much. But wow, I love that video. Eddie Mike, great job. And that song was written from our Friday's show, Shady Groove, or Thursday's show. He's got AI transcribing the show, and he wrote a song from our show. So it's time, guys. And isn't it amazing? We said it's time, and then all of a sudden, we've got all this stuff happening, and all these people said it's time. Tulsi Gabbard said it was time. The White House said it was time. Was it the White House? Pete Hegseth said it was time. It's time, guys. And here we are today. Wow. Amazing.
Well, wait a minute, Jeff. Now, now you're talking crazy talk. So you're basically telling me that Eddie Mike can do a song out of our show?
Yeah.
So, Eddie, you got a lot of work, bro. Like, that means we need a song from every show.
He's going to do it now.
So we got to go. We'll get you the catalog. But man, you got to think that, Jeff, some of those early shows could have made some great songs, right? I mean, you got to go back. Yeah. Interestingly enough, yes, thank you so much. God bless you guys. Like that is so awesome. By the way, the whole thing that brings in the moment of what we're dealing with here, which means it's time to like stop with the nonsense. That's what I take from it.
Yeah.
That's what I read from it. It's time to stop with the nonsense of Israel is puppeting Donald Trump. Oh, Donald Trump and Epstein were best friends. Oh, Q is a cult. Here we go. Guess who else told me that Q was a cult? Will Summer. Guess who else told me that Q was a cult? Yeti, it was Media Matters. Yeah. Guess who else told me that Q was a cult? It was the SPLC. Oh, guess who else told me that Q was a cult? It was the mainstream media. Oh, guess who else told me that Q was a cult? It was General Flynn. Oh. All of these people told me that Q was a cult. For the last 8 years, I've been talking about Q, and boy, oh boy, can I come to the microphone and tell you that all the people that want to consistently tell you that Q is a cult just might be in opposition to Q.
Right.
And just might be the targets of Q. Yeah, just might be the cult that is worshiping secret Biff characters in darkness and getting naked into coffins whenever nobody else is looking and acting like there's something wrong with you believing in Jesus.
It's time.
It's time to get rid of the nonsense, and we're going to throw it back in their faces. Does not matter how belligerent you are. What matters is that you are telling people the truth. Whenever you say the truth, it gives you access to more of it. And I believe that that's a big part of the reason why this show has been able to break the ground that we've been able to break. Because once you acknowledge and you live in certain truths, other truths will reveal themselves to you. But if you live in complete complacency and cynicism and, the whole world is going to burn, well, there's no reason to put your shorts on. There's no reason to get up every day. There's no reason to do anything worthwhile. There's no reason to go out and help coach the baseball team. There's no reason to go out and stand up and say, hey, I would like for my vote to count instead of the illegals' vote to count, and say it very strong and mean it, because you'll get attacked by the media. Well, we took those slings and arrows for you, ladies and gentlemen, and look at where we are here today. We're being called a cult by the same type of people that seem to be anti-Donald Trump's messaging.
Eddie Mike says, wait till I start with the Q Lounge live transcripts.
Oh, Lord.
Can't wait.
He's threatening me.
Holding 10 subscriptions to the MG Show. I missed a bunch of you. I saw G Brothers up there. I saw EMP hands. Thank you. If I missed you, I'm sorry, but thank you so much. United States of Q. White House dropping Q-like post was boombastic. Crazy timeline. And Shady, remember the meme that they used of me with my head trying to attack me on the chans?
Yeah, they stick your head in the sideways.
Well, I'm going to stick my head in it right here. Check it out.
There you go.
Take that.
That is the 2026 version of what was it? I was going to say. I can't remember what I was going to say.
Yeah. Design Pro. Hey Jeff, that jacket's a little small. I got it when I was 9. Thank you. By the way, the person behind the White House account says this, Shady Grove. Oh my God, did the White House really post this? Thank you, Kalen Dorr. In fact, he liked the comment that I said, you're the man, bro. Kalen Dorr, thank you for doing such a great job.
You did like the comment?
Yeah.
You made the comment that he liked?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I made a comment too. I made a comment too. I was hoping that he was like interrupting cow. That's what I was trying to say there. I couldn't think of interrupting cow. It jumped right out of my head. Thank you.
I love it. Answer the question. Oh my gosh, guys. So, wow.
I think this is like a party. I feel like we're having a little bit of a party here for all the people that actually made it to the end of the game. You know, like we're the people that finished the marathon. Some of the smartest people on planet Earth are here.
Yeah. I want to real quick just thank Midnight Star Rider. If you guys don't know, he's got a show on Rumble, Truth Music Radio live show. He's one of our best supporters, and we love him very much. And he does a great job. I went in there and hung out with him for a little bit. Scottish Shannon was there. I think Bonster was there. But, you know, support people that you know, are trying to get the word out. And he's doing it in his own way, and I love it. And it's great, Shady.
Yeah, drop a link here for people to get over there and support. And that's a big part of what this is. This is. That is what this platform is. This platform belongs to you. We are on the air because of you. I'm going to be restarting the Q Lounge Live because of your request, because you guys said that you wanted it back and you want that space and you want to talk and have our come together as a family again like we did before. But we need your support. It is up to you to support us. It's up to you to keep us on the air. And fortunately, we've been graced with this program here in Rumble Premium. Please become a premium member. None of the Q Lounge at this moment will be behind a paywall. We're trying to keep it that way. I'm hoping that I can keep it that way. It's going to be up to you whether or not that I can. Another aspect of the show that will be coming in a couple of weeks is going to be call in. We are going to set up a network where you will be able to call in and argue with me or talk to me or send your friends to argue with me or whatever it is that you want to say. It's going to be open source. We can talk about anything. Nothing is off the table. And that's the environment that we're going to recreate. We're creating it for you.
Love it. And by the way, let me just, General Flynn took an L. Okay. So the White House posts this, right? We got that. Okay. And here's General Flynn.
Here's my take on Q. Are we live? I believe it is a major psyop, and from what I can tell, it or they or whatever, whoever is running this op, has done a major disservice to you.
Take the L. Take the L.
And all of the people, it's so interesting to watch all the people running back in and trying to like undergird all these previous narratives, man. I mean, you know, Mary Flynn coming underneath there like with the big eyes to the Q post, the comments. Yeah, that's right. Big eyes, Mary Flynn. We see you and we see how you've been scamming people, and your little NGO grift is getting ready to end. You might have to go get a job.
Well, Will Sommer was going to contact me, and he didn't for this article about General Flynn, Shady Grove, because he wrote an article about how people left the General Flynn, what is it? His
America's Future
Foundation. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And I actually didn't see that.
Will Sommer, let me just go here. We follow each other because Will, has to write about me. Here it is. A total mind F. Michael Flynn's anti-child trafficking nonprofit is in turmoil amid wave of high-profile resignations. My latest false flag for Bulwark Online. Now, I never thought I would agree with Will Sommer, but I'm with you on this, brother. We are with you.
The fact that he skips over, where America's future comes from or what it is, or he doesn't need to talk about any of that, but that's okay.
Yep. So there it is, guys. Piper Loomis, all this, and then you've got it's for paid subscribers. So they did put a block on it. But come to the MG show for the real truth, Will Sommer, and we can. But see, he doesn't want you to understand that people that followed Q and that they attacked turned on Flynn in 2023 publicly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and matter of fact, we told all these people. We tried to explain to Liz Crokin. And we tried to explain to Sun Tzu, and we tried to explain to these other people that we don't have any beef with you. You're allowed to do whatever it is that we want. We did not draw first blood with any of these people. We didn't do anything to any human being that didn't come at us first. And that's something that we need to make very, very clear for all of the narratives that are out there about MG Show and who we are. I'm noticing it's very interesting what people say. We didn't go after anybody that didn't come after us first and try to undermine us, try to take our audience, try to do all these different things. And we did the most good faith thing that Jeff could have ever done whenever this whole thing with We the Media happened, trying to mend the gap between the dumbasses in We the Media that were screaming about Trash Patel and calling him names and acting like there was something wrong with Cash Patel because he didn't like Patel Patriot, pretending like he was Cash Patel. There's nothing wrong with Cash for not liking that. And Jeff tried to fix that. And by trying to fix that, John Harold writes a bull crap article completely lying about every single thing that Jeff tried to do to help them. And then they blame us. So there's a lot of narratives that need to be straightened out there.
That's right. Even Carly left us. That's right. Every single one of them came on our show. Every single one of them, Shady.
Yeah, they came to try to get our audience.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they were doing. They were trying, and whenever we stood up against Flynn, what happened was all of the people that weren't really here because they liked us, they were here because they were part of the networks. So like Jeff explains a number of times, so they have all these people that are following you. So whenever you say something wrong, all of a sudden you start to lose followers. Yeah. Well, about half of the people that watched this show went away in one fatal moment. But guess what? The truth prevailed. You guys stepped up. You guys kept us on the air. You're still keeping us on the air, and we wouldn't be here if you hadn't have done that.
Amen. We are here because of you guys. And by the way, so we're going to go into the president last night. Okay, after the White House posted that Q post right after our show, guys. Amazing. Mm-hmm. And we went over that on hour one. If you're just tuning in, but we're going to go into the quantum energy takeover for America as Trump signs 2 executive orders. Shady Groove, you ready?
I am.
Let's do this. Let's watch our president, because we don't watch clips. We watch the whole thing. Lots of comms. Check it out.
Hello, everybody. Thank you very much. And today I'm signing 2 very important executive orders on quantum technologies that will strengthen America's place as the world leader in this very important emerging field. I want to thank Secretary of War Pete Hegseth, who's with us, Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick, Secretary of Energy Chris Wright, Director of the Office of Science and Technology Policy Michael Kratsios. Thank you, Michael. Director of OMB Russ Vogt, who's cutting the budget by probably 40 to 50% this year. We're going to end up with a balanced budget. And National Cyber Director Sean Cairncross, and I appreciate all of you being here. Thanks as well to Chief Technology Officer of the United States, Dr. Ethan Klein. Ethan, thank you very much. Director of the National Quantum Coordination Office, Dr. Brad Blakestad, and Chief Information Officer of the Federal Government, Greg Barbacia, for joining us today. Thank you very much, fellas. It's great. We're also honored to be joined by Google President Ruth Porat. That's a big position. Okay, Google president. That's as big as being president of the country, I think. There aren't too many. IBM CEO Arvind Krishna, who's a great man, who's a really great job. What a job you've done. I used to have that stock when it was much, much lower. I brilliantly sold it when I became president. That was not a good move. And Inflection CEO Matthew Kinsella, as well as Nobel Prize winning quantum physicist John Martinez. Great going. Should you tell him how many years ago it was?
Well, about 40 years ago.
It's pretty good. And you still look good.
Thank you.
Great job. I've been waiting for one of them too. They don't think 8 wars is enough, you know. I have to do 12 or 13, I think. Even though nobody's ever done one. Quantum technologies represents the next generation of innovation across computing, sensing, and networking with enormous significance for our country's economic growth, scientific research, and cyber security. It's really a big deal that we're doing today, and the country is doing really well, as you know. In 2018, I signed the National Quantum Initiative Act into law, which led to doubling the federal government investment in quantum research and development. I think you all know about that. That helped unleash billions of dollars of private investment in America's quantum industrial base, promoting significant scientific and technological progress like we've never seen before.
This goes back to December 21 of 18.
Positive momentum going in America with the orders that I'm signing today, and these will really have place it a big step forward. We're already the leader by a lot, and we're going to be now the leader by a lot more. The first executive order launches a national effort to produce a quantum computer capable of performing important scientific calculations and to develop quantum-enabled sensors and networks in the next 5 years. And we're going to be investing in American quantum leadership like never before to stay ahead of the pack. We're way ahead right now. We'll keep it that way. The second order I'm signing directs federal agency to transition to what is called quantum cryptography. Do anybody know?
Cryptography.
You're going to hear very soon, so you're going to find it interesting. Cryptography for their computer systems by 2031, and to lead the way for wider adoption of these extremely strong security standards. America is celebrating 250 years of ingenuity, innovation, and invention this year, and today's commitments to quantum leadership will help secure that legacy for decades to come. I just want to say before we introduce a couple of the people, we're doing very well with respect to the Hormuz Strait. We took in more oil yesterday than has ever gone through the Strait. You probably see that. We have an oil gusher. The Strait is totally open. You know that. And we're negotiating. We'll see how that all goes. But we have two things. We have an open Strait, and we have a country that will never have a nuclear weapon. Will never, ever have a nuclear weapon. So now I'd like to invite Michael Kratsios, Director of the Office of Science and Technology Policy, to say a few words, followed by National Cyber Director Sean Cairncross and Secretary Wright, who's doing a fantastic job over in Venezuela and every place else he touches. Venezuela, by the way, has been amazing. We are really having a great relationship with that country, taking out tremendous amounts of oil, far, far more than that particular war cost, many, many times, sending it to Houston, sending it to Louisiana, sending it to lots of places. And Venezuela is also doing well. Venezuela is doing better than it's done in maybe ever. So it's been an amazing situation. Where did you ever hear of getting money back from the war by 42 times over, right, Pete? Nobody does that. And I think Iran, I can say on a sort of a different scale, is in its own way working out very well. Maybe it's hard to say just as well, but maybe almost just as well. And we're doing very well in terms of negotiating a fair and reasonable deal. One of the things that we are doing also, and it came up last night, is money that's being unfrozen is going to be used to buy food, and the food's going to be bought exclusively through the United States from our farmers. And corn, soybeans, all of the things they need are going to be bought from our farmers. So our farmers are very happy. I've had a lot of calls. They were very happy about that. So now I'd like to ask Michael to say a few words, and we'll follow up by the other two gentlemen, or three gentlemen, and then if anybody has anything to say, and we'll take some questions at the end. So Michael, go ahead.
So, Mr. President, as you mentioned in your remarks, you were the first president in history to prioritize quantum as a scientific priority of the United States government in your first administration. And since then, there's been a big leap in the investment the private sector has made in this particular domain. And we're now at the moment where a lot of that research is starting to pay off into commercial applications. And what this executive order will do is turbocharge that. First and foremost, it's going to task the Department of Energy to create a scientifically relevant quantum computer, which is going to help pave the way for even larger computers for the private sector. Secondly, we're going to be focusing on sensors and networking. So agencies like the Department of War, along with the Department of Energy, are going to be doing a wide variety of sensing and networking work. So this is a big step forward, and as one of our two top science technology priorities, we're excited to kick things off today.
Good. Thank you very much. Good job, Michael. Sean, please.
Yeah, thank you, sir. You continue to be the most forward-leaning president in innovation in American history.
Is that all?
That's but no. And while we recognize the tremendous potential quantum has to advance medical research and cryptography and improve the lives of American people, you also recognize the security implications. As quantum rolls forward, it will challenge public key cryptography, which is what secures everything. It secures our financial transactions, our civilian critical infrastructure, and it secures the digital systems that Americans rely on for their daily life. And these two executive orders, which pair innovation and security, will address those issues. As we move forward, innovation and security have to be balanced. You recognize that. The actions that you take today will make sure that American systems are trusted and secure and safe moving forward. And I just want to thank our tremendous American companies with whom we've been working so closely. I think it's fair to say we have an unprecedented relationship in this. I want to thank our colleagues in the interagency who have been tremendous. It's such a mission-focused group of people. And obviously none of this happens, sir, without your leadership. So you're securing our systems for generations to come. Thank you.
And you've done a great job. Both of you have, actually. Chris Wright, please.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. So 141 years ago, Albert Einstein, 121 years ago, Albert Einstein published a paper on
Nobody cares.
Good point.
I never come back. And usually there was
I do not deserve him.
In fact, recognizing the quantum behavior of light, that it came in quanta. 40 years after that, President Trump's uncle, John Trump, was a pioneer in applying light radiation and the reflections of it to develop radar at the MIT Radiation Lab, critical in D-Day, critical in the end in winning World War II. That's the parallel of quantum innovation. 40 years after that, John Martinez, down there, pioneered taking quantum effects and building them into a device to capture that behavior. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics just last year for that discovery, that breakthrough. But 40 years, quantum phenomena are tough to harvest and tough to work with. But here we are, thanks to President Trump's leadership in the first term with Director Kratsios, to launch a major national effort on quantum. This is taking it to the next level. The future of computing is going to be a three-legged stool. It's high-performance computing, basically Moore's law in semiconductor manufacturing. It's artificial intelligence that everyone's seeing and hearing about that's supercharging it. The third leg of that computing stool is going to be scientifically relevant quantum computing. This is tricky. We're not there yet. We're close. But with this executive order and this coordinated effort, we will have scientifically relevant, meaning error-corrected, quantum computing during this administration.
Why
the
is this
impacts
relevant
of it will be
now?
tremendous.
Just if I might. So, with respect to the Strait, Hormuz Strait, a lot of oil pouring out, right?
A lot of oil pouring out. Despite Iran's efforts or pushback, we are flowing oil through the Strait of Hormuz and natural gas at pre-crisis levels. We could get to above that. We will get to above that, but things today are going very well, thanks to the U.S. military and Pete Hegseth down the line here.
And 2 days ago, we set a record, most ever taken out of the step, but it's a record. Did you know of my uncle at all?
No.
You didn't?
No.
John Trump.
Mr. Good did.
I'm at
Would
Berkeley,
you like
Berkeley and MIT.
Well, but MIT's Howard, you want to say something? Yeah.
So you're accelerating quantum with this continuing to push America
Now, this is important. Listen to Lutnick, guys. Listen closely.
Forward. Now, I have the honor that John Martinez was a member of the Commerce Department at NIST, and he's a Nobel Prize winning alum, which is, if you don't think the people in the Commerce Department and in NIST are the best, I mean, here's an example. Nobel Prize winner who was part of our team. You all know that the government invested $2 billion just a couple of weeks ago in quantum to drive it forward. And besides investing in the companies, we've also invested in fabs to build quantum for others so we can manufacture these quantum in America. Now you have Ruth Porat from Alphabet. They are doing amazing investing in building quantum. And you have Arvind right next from IBM. We invested in his fab. He's got a leading fab, so he's going to be building those chips, right? So that's that idea. And then lastly, post-quantum cryptography, right? Once you have quantum chips, we've got to protect everyone in this government, post-quantum cryptography. So NIST and the Department of Commerce is going to lead the charge to make sure all of us are protected and defended, so we know how to deal with quantum when it comes. We're going to lead in quantum, and we're going to make sure we stay safe. And these are both the things you're signing today, and that's why you have such an amazing team behind you, because you are leading the charge in quantum for America.
And Ruth, would you like to say something?
Well, thank you. First, thank you so much for convening us for this important meeting and these two executive orders. We completely agree. Quantum is a breakthrough critical technology. The U.S. is in the lead. We will stay in the lead. At Google, we're really proud of our innovations, and thank you, Secretary Lutnick. We've been investing for more than a decade in quantum. And back in 2019, we were the first company actually to achieve quantum supremacy. Didn't stop there. About a year and a half ago, we unveiled a new chip, the Willow chip, which is a great example of American innovation, manufactured here in the United States. And what the Willow chip does, it enabled us to do a computation in less than 5 minutes that previously on the best supercomputer would have taken 10 septillion years, which is 1 in 25 zeros. So
That's pretty good.
It's a lot. And what's exciting about this is what it means for our children and grandchildren. It's about medical breakthroughs, nuclear fusion, material science. So we're really excited about the opportunity. And then also around post-quantum cryptography and the work that we're doing there. Absolutely critical that we also keep America safe, everyone safe. So we have been deploying that across our products and services. And it's a critical opportunity. I think with these two EOs, it lays the foundation for, one, protecting America as well as continuing to benefit on the upside. It's great to be here. Thank you.
Say hello to everybody.
I absolutely will.
Arvind, please. IBM.
So first, I'd like to thank the President for both of these EOs. The role of the government is often underestimated. The role of the government in pushing innovation and technology forward is what both of these will achieve. Asking for the investment in quantum computing, asking that the departments all work together, will actually accelerate what industry does because that gives us the confidence to invest even more, and that is what we commit to do, to get these systems out and to get what both the secretaries asked for, to get the systems out during your current term. So we will go and invest in doing that. And I'd also like to thank Commerce for the investment they made in accelerating the ability to build fabs so that we can actually make these in America.
Good, thank you very much. Would you like to say something, Russell, about how well we're doing on the budget and things?
Well, we're making tons of progress. I think last year you had the most fiscally consequential year in history, a story that's largely been unwritten. But today, this is
They don't want to write it. They don't want it. It's true. Go ahead.
More savings.
You might as well say it because they will.
More savings than ever before in history. Today's about the investments that we're going to prioritize. So we'll save in places, but we're going to do what's necessary to invest in the future, in industries of the future. That's what today's about. Quantum is one of those areas in the first term and now in the second term.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Any questions, please?
Treasury lifted sanctions on Iranian oil today, sir? Treasury lifted sanctions on Iranian oil today,
Well,
sir?
I'm going to have to find out exactly the status, but if the sanctions go out, money's going to be put into this country. All that money's coming back in the form of purchases of food, which they desperately need. They have 91 million people. They can't feed them. So the money that we lift is going to go to our farmers, largely to our farmers.
Can you ensure that the Iranians' profits from oil sales to rebuild their military? And just
Well, they're
prepare
not
for the
supposed to
next
be doing
conflict?
that, sir. We'll say, but they're supposed to use money to buy food for their people, because right now their people are very hungry, and they're buying it exclusively from us. Corn, soybeans. There should be a lot of money. I hope it's a lot of money.
If the war with Iran could cause a worldwide depression, as you noted, Mr. President, are you willing to risk economic catastrophe and strike Iran again?
Well, not the way I'm doing it.
Not
It's
the way
not
you're-
going to cause depression.
Yes, but if they don't abide by the memorandum of
nuclear
understanding.
weapon supersedes depression. Depression's real bad. Nuclear weapon will cause depression much more quickly. The way we're doing it, we have the opposite of a depression. We're doing really well. The numbers are incredible. The oil is at a level that nobody's ever seen before. Oil prices are way down. I think they're very comparable to what they were. Chris, I don't know, pretty comparable to what they were before we started.
They've returned most of the way back down.
So if Iran does not abide by the MOU, are you still willing
When I
for
didn't
strikes?
say
And
it
does it
would
give them
cause
leverage?
a depression. I said it could cause a depression, right? And I said that I don't want to be Herbert Hoover. That's a president I don't want to be, because he was in charge during the Great Depression, and certainly a lot of bad things could happen. That would be one of the things. I don't think it would, but if it did, but no, if Iran doesn't live up to their agreement, or if they're not behaving, I will do what I have to do.
Does that give them leverage over you, Mr. President?
Say it.
Does that give them leverage, the Iranians leverage over you?
Leverage. Their navy is gone. Their air force is gone. Their leaders are all dead. Their whole country is a mess. Their economy is shot. The Times, the fake New York Times said, "Oh, it's about the same as it was 4 months ago." No, 4 months ago they had a navy, 159 ships to be exact. It's gone. The whole navy's gone. Their 250 airplanes, all gone.
My computer's frozen. Sorry, guys.
Anti-aircraft is gone. Their radar
There
is
we go.
gone. These guys
My
love radar.
my computer freezing a
Radar
little
is
bit.
gone. Everything's gone. Their leaders are gone. Their whole country is gone. And the Times said, "Oh, they're about the same as they were 4 months ago."
Hang on.
The reason
Look at
the
that, guys. I
news
don't know
is
what's
doing so
happening,
badly.
but
Well,
my computer's freezing a
let's
little
put it
bit. Hang on. Let me fix this.
another way. The reason that I won in a landslide, even though I
What
got
the heck?
92% negative
It's stuck.
Yeah.
press, all fake
Look at
press,
this.
is because
Might be
nobody
in the
believes
recording.
this anymore. And they
You
have
can
to
hit the
start
buttons.
believing. When the Times and a couple of others, they grasp
There we go.
for straws. When they say that Iran is about the same as it was 4 months. 4 months ago, they had a powerful navy, they had a powerful air force. Most of their missiles are gone. Most of their launching pads are gone. Most of their manufacturing capacity for.
But And that's the narrative, guys. Listen to what President Trump is saying. Does that mean that Iran has a hand up in these negotiations? Are you freaking kidding me, people? And to say that Trump is grasping at straws trying to undo some of these sanctions on Iran, it's called diplomacy. Okay? Isn't that what you would want? What are these people doing? Cue that seal shit. These people are insane.
They say leverage. Mm-hmm. It's like they're doing everything that they can possibly do to make it look like something is wrong. This is the same model with Alex Jones and InfoWars. Every single operator's job is to make it look like they think something is wrong whenever everything is exactly right. You got a guy right now that just made a comment to you saying, oh, well, you're basically saying that now trust the plan means trust the government. That is Democrat logic.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, guys. All right, back to President Trump. Wow. I just, these guys, man, I'm telling you.
It is, there's plenty of room for the barking sea lion.
Let me see if I got it.
It might be. There you go.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Now we feel better.
Oh, boy. And I think I just screwed up everything here.
I was going to say, that might have just put a big wrench into everything that wasn't.
About 87% gone. And then I hear,
see,
you're in such great shape.
I think I got a corrupt file, guys. Sorry.
Their first level of leaders.
I blame Yeti.
Their second level.
That's all Yeti's fault.
Their third level of leaders. You have to hear the conversations. Who wants to be president? Well, I don't want it. Nobody wants to be president. And you have to read that they're doing well. They're doing so badly. In the meantime, we're setting records. We have the strongest economy we've ever had. We have 18 to 19 trillion dollars being poured into our country. We're building factories all over the place. We have more people working today than at any time in the history of our country at higher salaries. So when you ask a question like that, it's so stupid. Here's another beauty. Watch this one.
Well,
earlier
today, the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said his forces are not leaving Lebanon. That is a sticking point in these conversations. He said it publicly in Israel.
Well, we're going to take a look at it.
Well, what would you do to make sure that he doesn't sabotage the deal?
What I'm going to do, but it gets solved. I'm a problem solver.
All right, Yeti, I'm having a problem here. Can you grab this and go to 2121 and play it from your side? 2121. I'm having major issues with my computer right now. I'm sorry. That seal file screwed me up.
I knew that was going to throw a wrench in the plan. Maybe you could go reset and he can continue because I'm not sure. There's still a chunk of this left, I think.
It did, but normally it doesn't. So do you want me to get it?
Oh, you had to actually give him the link.
No, I can't. My computer's frozen. It's on whitehouse.com. Here, I'll grab it. I got it now. Let me see if I can grab it. 2121. Yes.
Aha. We're gonna get you guys straightened out. Thank you guys for your patience. It looks like we're having some technical difficulties today. And imagine that. It's very interesting how whenever lots of stuff happens around the Q thing, that technical difficulties find their way in.
And no, there's no link for the Q Lounge live show yet tonight. Anthony, wait for it. It's coming later. And don't forget, Q Lounge Live starts tonight, guys, at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on this show. And it's also on Truth for Freedom, right, Shady? Is it on both YouTubes?
I'm not exactly sure. We're trying to go to both YouTubes. We're definitely going to be on Truth for Freedom.
Okay. All right. Hopefully it's on both because we got a lot of people on this one. And on Rumble anyways. On Rumble anyways.
It's definitely going to be here on Rumble. And also the podcast. We're going to have the new season is going to come along with the podcast. And the podcast will be on all of your favorite platforms. So it will post there also, not just the video format.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. All right, Yeti.
Yeti still has me on screen.
Uh-oh. Hi.
Without me saying anything. He's talking to me in the background. There we go.
Earlier today, the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu
keeping him on screen. I love that. Thank you.
Not leaving Lebanon. That is a sticking point in these conversations. He said it publicly in Israel.
Well, we're going to take a look at it.
Well, what would you do to make sure that he doesn't sabotage the deal?
What I'm going to do, but it gets solved. I'm a problem solver. I get problem solved real fast, including with Bibi. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you. What's the latest you've heard from the
The third level of leaders, you have to hear the conversations. Who wants to be president? Well, I don't want it. Nobody wants to be president. And then we have to read that they're doing well. They're doing so badly. In the meantime, we're setting records. We have the strongest economy we've ever had. We have 18 to 19 trillion dollars being poured into our country. We're building factories all over the place. We have more people working today than at any time in the history of our country at higher salaries. So when you ask a question like that, it's so stupid. Here's another beauty. Watch this one.
Well,
Here's a real beauty.
earlier today, the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said his forces are not leaving Lebanon. That is a sticking point in these conversations. He said it publicly in Israel today.
Well, we're going to take a look at it.
Well, what would you do to make sure that he doesn't
Well, I'm not
sabotage the
gonna
deal?
tell you what I'm gonna do, but it gets solved. I'm a problem solver. I get problems solved real fast, including with Bibi. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you. What's the latest you've heard from the Vice President? Are you happy with his negotiations?
Yeah.
And can you share a little bit about what Secretary Rubio will be doing in the Middle East this week?
I think that they're doing a fantastic job. Our secretary is fantastic. I think he's maybe going to go down as the best ever. And I thought J.D. Vance this morning was fantastic. I watched his news conference, and from Switzerland, he's a very smart guy. He did a great job. You know, when I look at the Democrats, I call them the Democrats. They're dumb. The Democrats. When I watched that, where one of them thought it was World War XI. She said, World War XI. She meant World War II. You know about that, right? This is one of their potential leaders, Ilhan Omar, who married her brother to get into the country, by the way, illegally. But when I watch AOC have no idea, on a simple question, what happened when she was over in Switzerland, which she probably never went there before, but she was. And then I watch somebody like JD or Marco. I said, what a difference. What a difference. What a difference a brain makes.
Mr. President, the candidate that you endorsed in Colombia for this.
Sir, you've been quite critical of Prime Minister Starmer, and he's now resigned. Your thoughts, and who would you like to see as the next Prime Minister of the UK?
I was critical only from the side, because I think he's a lovely man, but I said, you're really messing up energy. You have windmills all over the place. In the meantime, you have the North Sea oil, and they won't let anybody drill. It's one of the great fields in the world, and they haven't even found most. You know that the UK buys much of its energy. You know where? Norway. You know where they get their oil? The North Sea. The UK has a much better portion of the North Sea. They don't want to do it for environmental purposes, okay? And I told him, he's a very nice man. I mean, sort of a friend of mine. I mean, he was not good to us with NATO, Pete, right? He said, we can't use the island to land. That was the first. For a couple of weeks, he said, well, but ultimately, I gave it to you now. That was a bad move. That hurt him badly. But I mean, I wish him well, but he's got two problems: energy and immigration and crime. But energy and immigration.
Do you have a preference on the next one?
And he's really hurt himself very, very badly. Please go.
Mr. President, can you tell us about your meeting with the defense contractors on Wednesday and what you plan to tell them?
The meeting coming up, because I've met with them before. We're building plants all over the country. They are not allowed to take any more stock buybacks. Do you do stock buybacks by any chance? Not too much, right? You know, because you want to invest in product. It's just an artificial way of raising a price if you're running a bad company. So they spent $51 billion on stock buybacks instead of spending them on plants. Now they can't do that anymore. Now they are spending a lot of money. We're building many plants throughout the country. They're dealing with General Motors. They're dealing with Ford. But I know General Motors is all excited about building weapons now. They have some plants which are going to switch over, and we're going to build weapons, including the Patriot, including the Tomahawk, and lots of other things. And we're really in a big, strong economic push to do the weapons. And some of the car companies, if they have any excess capacity, they're making a deal to build missiles and the Patriot in particular. We have quite a few of them, but we want to make sure we have always a lot of them.
Mr. President, on Colombia, the candidate that you endorsed.
Thank you, Mr. President. Congratulations on the quantum physics EO to all of you. Vice President Vance said that there are mechanisms in place to make sure that there's not escalations with the Strait of Hormuz and with Israel and Lebanon. Can you talk about what those mechanisms are, and are you in direct talks with the Supreme Leader, Moshe Mohammadi?
Look, here's the thing. As long as they respect us, I don't want to use the word fear, because that's an inappropriate word, but as long as they respect us, we're not going to have any trouble. We have total control of the Strait.
So the mechanism is
we have a Navy that had a blockade, I think the blockade was more impactful than dropping bombs, if you want to know the truth. It was like I said, they call it the steel wall. Nobody got through. Not one ship got through, able to go to Iran. They got through if we wanted them to go through. And we could set that up again in about 15 minutes. I would say, Pete, one phone call. How long would it take? Maybe half hour?
They're ready to go right now if you need to.
It'll be before we finish the meeting. No, we have, as long as they respect us, we're going to be fine. If they don't respect us, things wouldn't be good, but they have a lot of respect. Don't forget, we had presidents that should have done this for 47 years. Nobody did it. Obama gave them a road to a nuclear weapon. I gave them a wall against a nuclear. They can never, under this agreement, they'll never even think about building a nuclear
Mr.
weapon.
President, on Colombia, the candidate...
El Tigre.
Abelardo de Espriella. We know that you had a phone
I endorsed him. He was in 10th place. I endorsed him, and he won the election.
Yeah, we know that you had a
no different than this country.
You had a phone conversation with Abelardo de Espriella in the last hours. What can you tell us about that phone conversation, and what do you see, what do you anticipate?
You're from Colombia?
Yes, sir, I'm from Colombia.
So he
Cartagena, great city.
He called me last night, and he thanked me for the endorsement. He won. He won the election. He wasn't anticipated to win, but he won, and he won handily. It's just an honor. He was just a good man. I'd watch him a little bit speak, and he always speak. You know, when people like me, I like them. It's very simple. It's a very simple formula, and I like him. He said really nice things about me and the job we've done in the United States, and very, very powerful. And he won an election in Colombia that, I don't know, some people were surprised because he was a little bit further down the pack, but he won easily last night. He won by, called me at 8:30 in the evening just to thank me very much. And I said,
another win for your president.
You had a great campaign. He's El Tigre, right?
Yeah. And what do you anticipate for the relation with Colombia? Colombia is such an
much
important...
better. It'll be better. He's going to be a great president.
Mr.
Are the contractors who did the initial work with the reflecting pool, are they to blame for the current condition, or is it the vandals that you mentioned?
Vandals. You know, we have I think 290, 300-foot slit right through it, probably a box cutter or a knife of some kind. We had people lifting up the basic, some of the, it's not a lot of damage, but we'll probably have to let the water out and refix it. They went in there with a knife. I was just told by the people over at Parks, they have 5 people are arrested and 5 people are under investigation right now. And it's a sad thing. In addition to that, we put brand new, beautiful grass all around. They put these massive letters on the grass. You probably know about that, right? And they said 8647. They probably got that from the dirty cop. Call me. You know he's a dirty cop, don't you? Dirty cop. He's a crooked guy. They destroyed the grass. So that's a big thing. But we're going to get it back very soon.
National Guard and police have been all over the mall. How would these vandals have gotten so close to do something like that?
Do you have any proof of this? We didn't have a lot of them then. Who would think that somebody would go into a pool and take a knife and start cutting it?
But do you have proof of that? That they used a knife? Do you have photos or videos?
Well, let's put it this way. When you have a 350, I think it's 350, not 250, a 350-foot slit from one end to the other, you think that's proof? You think that's proof?
Reporters have been down there today looking
Not to
for
them.
the slit that you mentioned, and there's no evidence of it.
All you'd have to do is see the Parks Department. They'll show it to you. See the secretary.
You know what, Shady Groove?
They cut it.
Hang on.
They cut it
Pause it real quick, Yeti. How about people being pissed off that they're demolishing our monuments? What?
They don't
How
care.
come they're trying to well, there's no evidence that people are
because they did it. Because they're happy about it. They're excited about it. They want to make him. They want to make Donald Trump look like a fool.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
Want to make Donald Trump look like a fool, and that's what they're trying to do. And they're not ashamed at all. They have no desire whatsoever to be accurate. They have a desire to wind up the bunch of idiots so they can get a bunch of other people out there protesting in favor of algae.
I know, right? Let me see if I can do this real quick too. Yeti said it might have been fixed. Let me see. Nope, it's not fixed. So go ahead. Let's finish off President Trump. We only got a few more minutes, and we'll take us out because Q Lounge Live is tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go ahead, Yeti.
They lifted it, they pulled it, and that's what it is. And, you know, we've done over 50 monuments. Number one, we start with, this is now a safe city. It's as safe a city as you're going to get in the country. And when I came here, it was a very dangerous city. And number two, what we did is the beautification with the parks and the grass and everything, removal of all the tents. And this is like a different place. One of the things we did is over 50 fountains and statues, most of which were in horrible shape. All of them were bad, but some were just absolutely horrible. Graffiti, you couldn't even see the stone. They've all been fixed. We also fixed the reflecting pool. In fact, if you go over there right now, it looks very good. It's up. They put, somebody said fertilizer in the water. If you put fertilizer in the water, you get algae. But somebody said they might have put fertilizer. They did something to create the algae, but that doesn't matter because that's been purified. It's dead. Laying at the bottom, they're taking it out. They vacuum it out. They vacuum it very carefully out. And it'll be back to health pretty soon. We're going to have to let the water out to fix the one little, there's two little areas, very little areas where they were cut. And we'll fix that, but it's not leaking or anything. It's got a base underneath.
Part of what's curious about this situation is we stood here with you in April when you first revealed the plans.
I said what?
In April, when you showed us pictures of what you were going to do at the pool, and you said you had a guy who was going to do it in a week for about $1 million.
Well,
it's been 2 months and $16.5 million.
Yeah, okay, ready? Barack Hussein Obama, have you ever heard of him?
Yeah.
He spent 2 years and over $100 million on trying to fix it. You know what happened to it? Never even opened.
Right.
He took the water from the river. You know about that, right? It turned out to be putrid, and it destroyed the whole thing. Spent over $100 million. Him and Biden together spent $147 million. You know what happened? Never opened. You don't mention that, right?
But the
we spent about 10. Much of the money we spent are park workers. They're there whether they do this or not, as you know. They work in the park, and they're very good workers. They did a great job. So they were going to spend $300 to $400 million. You know that, and it was going to take 4 years. I spent about 6-7 weeks, and I spent probably in terms of outside, probably $10 million, around 10 million. They say 16, but a lot of that's workers that work for the same thing. So they were going to spend $400 million. I spent 10. They were going to spend 4 years. I spent 2 months, maybe less. And I have a better product. Now, I can't help it if somebody goes in with a knife and starts hacking it up. And we also have pictures of it. You know, we have
pictures.
Can you
release the photos? We've been
asking
for that.
You'll see it. You'll see it in court. You'll see it in court. But all you have to do is call the Parks Department. Call the Department of Interior, and I don't know if their lawyers will allow you to speak to them because you know you write fake news. But call the Interior Department, and I understand they've arrested 5 people, and they have another 5 people that are under investigation. Here's the bottom line: we made so much progress in this city. People don't even recognize it. By the way, Memphis, Tennessee, crime is down 78% in a matter of months. It was a hellhole. New Orleans, crime is down 79%. And they had Mardi Gras. It was the safest Mardi Gras they've had in 50 years. The governor called me. Governor Landry called me. Safest Mardi Gras they've had in, and by the way, Chicago, which is a shooting field right now, if the governor would call me, Governor Pritzker would call me, I would solve the Chicago problem. In 3-4 months, you'd have virtually a crime-free city. We'll remove all of the bad ones. You have criminals. You have career criminals that came in through the border because of Sleepy Joe Biden. You ever hear of Sleepy Joe Biden? Do you ever hear of him? He let people come into this country, and we can never forget that that happened. Guys like you should never forget that that happened.
Never forget.
They were murderers, drug dealers, mental patients. They took them out of prisons. They took them out of mental institutions. You should never forget that that happened.
Mr. President, you're
Let's
meeting.
leave on a nicer note.
You're meeting with NATO's Mark Rutte on Wednesday.
Good.
You've had Secretary Hegseth review U.S. presence
I
in
did.
NATO countries.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that conversation. Are you planning
Well,
on
look,
drawing down
NATO.
U.S. troops?
It's NATO, basically, the question. So we have been a great member of NATO, in many ways, certainly the predominant member. We paid trillions of dollars over the years, not billions, trillions over the years to protect Europe. When we wanted to know, we didn't need any help at all. I was more curious than anything else. So I said to Pete, let's see if they'd actually come. So we asked them to come, and they weren't there for us. So we spent, it's stupid that they weren't. By the way, Starmer wasn't there. And you know what? The people of the UK did not like it that he wasn't there. Starmer said no. Starmer said worse than no. He said, we'll be there as soon as you win. I said, we don't need you as soon as we win. Before I went in, we called him. He said, oh, wow, we'll be there. This was not Winston Churchill we're dealing with, that I can tell you. But Starmer said, we'll be there, right, Pete? As soon as we win. As soon as we win, they're going to come and help us. Okay, thanks. But you know what? Italy was very bad. Italy was very bad, and other countries, Germany was very bad. So we spent all of this money, probably 600, I think we spent 600 billion a year, right? Well, I would say that. I think the real number, think of that, the numbers that we spend are so crazy for NATO, and they weren't there for us. So I say to Pete, and I say to everybody else, if we're spending all of this money, just hundreds of millions of dollars to protect them from Russia, mostly. Okay, so we're spending hundreds of millions of dollars a year. You know, the case could be made that we spent all of the money over the years before me. I cut it back. But listen, we spend all of this money, and then when we want to maybe have help on small stuff, this is small time. This is not the big one. This is small potatoes. They say no, would rather not help. Stupid thing to say, because we can say that to them if we want, and we might.
Mr. President, it's the 1-year anniversary of Operation Midnight Hammer. If you could go back in time, is there anything you would do differently?
No.
Nothing at all?
It's the most successful attack that anyone's ever seen with a bomber that totally wiped out their nuclear potential. If we didn't do that, you'd have no Israel right now. Israel would not exist, and most of the Middle East would not exist. They were 2 weeks away from having a nuclear weapon. If we wouldn't have done that, Pete, they would have had a nuclear weapon. You want to say something about that?
Yes, sir. I wasn't aware it was 1 year, but you don't have the situation we have now, a position of strength where Iran's going to give up their nuclear program without Midnight Hammer, which no other country on planet Earth could remotely conceivably pull off that from start to finish, 37 hours back and forth. Iran never saw it, and every munition, precision munition that only we make, hit exactly where we wanted it to, because
they knew we were coming, and they could do nothing.
And they could do nothing about it with their air defenses, which are even further now degraded. And that's what everyone misses in the press, and the president's right to call it fake news, because the overwhelming military victory that has been had over Iran is what has set the conditions for them to be at the table with our negotiators. And we will ensure, whether it's through a deal or through the War Department, that they never get a nuclear weapon because of this president right here.
Okay. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, press.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. You know, I can't believe that the press is acting like they want this vandalism, guys. You know, this is our country. You know, take all the politics out of it. Whether you like or dislike Donald J. Trump, whether I like or dislike Barack Hussein Obama or Biden or anybody else, this is my country. How come the foreign people coming here for FIFA World Cup love our country? Because of all the bullshit they've been feeding them in their media, the brainwashing. And then you've got our media doing the same thing, guys. I love this country. This is the freest country in the world. Isn't it, Shady?
I'd like to ask you a forward-leaning question, sir. How did BLM react with vandalism?
They did it.
Oh, how about the let's see, who else was it here on the police precinct there in Minnesota? What happened to the police? How did the media react to the police precinct being
peaceful protest, even though they burnt down a police precinct? Yep.
And a federal courthouse in Portland. How did they react to that?
Loved it.
Vandalism, and the media consistently touting it as progress. At some point, you're going to realize that the progressives are slowly progressing you into communism. That's what progressiveness means. That's what liberal-minded people are doing. They are not libertarians to liberate anything. What they are communist scum that literally celebrate vandalism, Jeff. What you just saw there was the media celebrating. They would like to give a medal to the person that had the cojones to go in and cut that rubber mat that they put down in the bottom of that pool. Why? Because they don't want a reflecting pool. They don't want a nice city. What they want is Gotham, because Gotham is easy to rule over. It's very, very easy to rule over a band of criminals. It's very hard to lord over a group of peaceful people because they don't need protection.
That's right. Also think about this. The death of the Democrat Party is the socialist party within your party, Democrats. You guys better stand up, guys. Okay? Your Democrat socialists hate you, Democrats. Okay? These people that are dressed up like frogs, these peaceful protesters, these BLM people, they are Nazis. They are the Nazis. They hate you, Democrats. And your Democrat Party that your parents loved is gone because you let it happen.
They utilized it as a pass-through to implement communism, and now they're starting to win elections around the country due to the way that they're manipulating the vote. You better wake up.
You better wake up, guys. And you are witnessing the destruction of the old guard. That's why they are fighting back. But we here on the MG Show, he said, something was dead. What did he say? President Trump said that the algae's dead. Is that what he said? Mm-hmm. You know what else is dead?
InfoWars.
InfoWars is dead. We'll see you guys tonight because we are celebrating here as the MG Show expands and brings back Shady's beautiful show. I'm the biggest fan. I'm getting chills. It's called the Q Lounge Live, and you're going to want to be here tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys, and watch the first episode of the new Q Lounge Live.
Can't wait to see you guys just a few hours away. We are here to stand in the gap for and with your great president, the man in the arena, the one, the only Donald J. Trump, the guy that is kicking their ass every day with one hand tied behind his back. That's the guy that we're going to support. God bless you all, and I'll see you very, very soon.
Good evening.
Here we go.
Can't wait, guys. See you guys tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yes, InfoWars is dead. Tune into the MG Show.
InfoWars is dead, but the fight ain't over yet. Smoke clearing, logo switching. Welcome to the real alternative. Boom. They try to bury the truth in the $1 billion grave. Sandy Hook judges liquidate enslave. Alex went down swinging, but the message don't die. Now the matrix is cracking and the people ask why. Trump called him out cold on Truth Social Blast. Low IQ nut jobs fighting them in the past. From the ashes of Austin, new voices ignite. Jeffrey and Shannon holding the line. No sponsors pulling strings, no globalist chains. Just raw, uncut truth running through your veins. MG Show, hey, the alternative. InfoWars gone, but we still live. Truth bombs dropping, red pills flying high. Wake up America, this is your battle cry. MG Show, turn it up loud. From the heartland to the crowd. They can't cancel the message, can't kill the fight. We the people, we the light. Hey. Border invasion, deep state games. Old guard flipped on Trump when the pressure came. Were they MAGA all along or infiltrators in disguise? Talking 25th Amendment, pushing Iran lies. Trump's back in the game, steering America first. Jeffrey and Shannon breaking it down till the job is done. No more bills, there's no more controlled op lies. We expose the pedals in their suits and ties. That's going crazy. The real norm is away. Type MG in the comments, seal your face. InfoWars is dead, but freedom's just getting started. Smoke rising, new era, new guard. The matrix is glitching, we hit 'em hard. Trump called the flip, expose the game. Infiltrators scatter when they hear his name. MG Show, hey, the alternative. InfoWars gone, but we still live. Truth bombs dropping, red pills flying high. Wake up America, this is your battle cry.
InfoWars is dead. www.mg.show. Boom.